Hi, welcome to You Time. The purpose of You Time is to help you prioritize yourself by taking a few minutes each day so that you can be the best version of yourself for the other people in your life. Hi, this is Synne, and I am joined this morning by my BFF, John.
Hello. Very happy to be here today.
Thank you, John. So, John and I have known each other for about 6 years. We actually met on an online dating site, and he was too young for me. He was 7 years younger than me, and I had a child, which wasn't right for him. And ironically, the next person the person I ended up in a relationship with was 20 years older than me, and he lives with a woman with 3 children. But there wasn't great chemistry between us, and right off the bat, we became really close friends. Anything to add to that, John?
It's been a great journey, and yes, at the time I was not interested in children, and just amazing how life changes.
That is true. So, John calls me his BFF, because his guy friends are his real best friends, but he is my real best friend. And he has been very helpful to me both with physical, logistic, house, snowblower type crises
Or
as
when you run out of oil,
when I run out of oil and, things like that.
when your basement
When my
floods,
basement floods and
you
when
need
my
pictures hung.
pictures hung, lawn mowed, snow plowed, all those kinds of things. And he has also been a huge emotional support for me.
And you as well.
Thank you. So I wanted to have John join us on You Time because I know I have male listeners and I haven't yet interacted with or interviewed a male. But John, used to. Let me back up for a second. I think men don't think of you time as self-care. I think self-care has a very sort of female connotation to it. And I don't think that's actually true, but I think men frame it slightly differently. And I think, that kind of falls in the category of habits, or not habits, I'll edit that.
Hobbies.
Hobbies, that men's self-care is hobbies. So, John, I was hoping you could talk a little bit about the various hobbies that you love.
So I've always been a very active person. My father always had us in the outdoors, whether it be with the hunting, fishing, ice fishing. I was into snowboarding for a long time, playing sports, baseball, football, and as time grew on after high school and college, uh, I singled out some of those hobbies into pretty much hunting and fishing, but expanded on each one of those. Now I'm into the fly fishing, into the bow hunting, actually planning an elk hunt for my 40th birthday with a few of my friends. And that definitely is my you time, is getting out of the house. And whether I'm by myself or with two or three of my friends participating in this, that's what relaxes me. Heading up to New York again, Lake Ontario, Salmon River for some fly fishing. End of
Nice.
April. I love New York. Just the opportunity for majestic steelhead and solitude.
And one of the things that's like funny and cute is that as much time as, or not funny or cute, depending on your perspective, but as much time and energy and effort as John puts into these activities, the yield is generally pretty small.
The yes, the but then again, we're going after. It seems like if you want to go out pan fishing, perch or bluegills, whatnot, you can fill up buckets full. But now I'm after one trophy as opposed to many smaller.
Oh, you know what you didn't mention, besides,
The scuba
going to the
diving.
jizz, the scuba
The scuba
diving.
diving. I still enjoy the scuba diving very much. My location where I used to I hammered the lobsters. I used to do very well with the lobsters. Has been invaded by great white sharks. So that area of the Cape, it's unfortunate. Hopefully, getting down there again early at the end of June before the great whites make their way into Cape Cod.
Yeah,
'Cause
you don't
I'm
want to look
sorry, I'm scared of the sharks.
scared of the sharks, and you don't want to look like a seal
I
in a
don't want
wetsuit,
to. Yes.
which is kind of
Yeah.
what happens. Um, yeah, so that's a lot of stuff, and you also go to the gym.
I've been on and off with the running for 10 years. I recently picked that up again as I had gained a little bit of weight and wanted to improve on my overall health.
Thank you.
I was
So,
inspired by Synne
oh,
actually on that. She was a miracle. Her transformation, and she put her mind to losing an incredible amount of weight and Weight Watchers and stuck with it. And here she is 2 years later, still maintaining that goal.
thank you. So, John's journey on health, I think, is really interesting because for how long did you work nights?
I think 11 years.
Yeah, and I know, working nights can really throw off your rhythm and your days, and it can be even more challenging to kind of practice self-care when you're either working or trying to catch up on sleep.
Well, I was by myself. So now that I understand both sides now, from being single and alone to being with someone who has children already. It's absolutely much more difficult or challenging when you have others dependent on you. When I was by myself, um, I would, as soon as I got out of work, 8 o'clock in the morning, I would be at the gym. And if I was tired, I could sleep. If I wasn't, I would just stay up. I'd go to bed 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it did not matter because no one was dependent on me. Now that I have some dependence, um, you can't go by your own schedule anymore. You have to accommodate others, and I've realized that it can be much more difficult to achieve goals that you have, but you can still do them.
So, now that you are essentially co-parenting um, a teenager, a tween, and a little girl with special needs, and some of them are more active than others, and maintaining, a relationship with your girlfriend, how do you squeeze in you time now?
I still find that when it comes to the exercise and whatnot, like I said, it's just starting out again, 2 to 3 days a week at the gym. That's enough for now. I just got to go right after work. Whenever you get a minute to do it, you just got to do it. So as soon as work's done, go to the gym, 30, 40 minutes, and then go home. As for my other U time, that has slowed down a little bit and takes a little bit more planning since she needs to take some time off as well when I decide to go away. But it's still doable. Um, uh, like I said, we're going to New York at the end of April, excuse me. I planned it out in advance with her and said, I'm going this day, this day, this day, and she's going to change her work schedule. She's also on her own. The father isn't in the picture. So that makes things a little bit more complicated as well, since we always have the children. Um, Going away, I used to go away every year, 2 weeks, sometimes longer, down to the Cape, fishing, diving, with my mother and father. That has changed since I can't. She's worth it to me to give up some of these hobbies. If she wasn't, then I wouldn't be with her. But she makes me smile, and she still loves that I want to get out of the house and keep going with my hobbies, and she helps me out with that.
And John was very generous with his lady at Christmas time. He wasn't sure what to get her, and I suggested that you you get her something so that she could have her own you time, because that woman has no you time at all. So we sent her to the spa for a day.
That was a great gift idea. She loved every second of it. She did the whole massage, and I'm not sure what else came with the package. I believe it was a facial, maybe a manicure. Whatever it is you ladies like to do to yourselves. um, anyway, she loved it. It was a great relaxing day for her. And she got her you time, which really she does not get enough of. She works nights as well. And once again, like Ella last night, she was up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes her sleep she just will not sleep, or she will just wake up, and it can be challenging.
For sure. So I had a little you time this week with John, which was really nice. I'm in a newer relationship, which needs, nurture and time. And as you guys all know, I'm a part-time single mom and a full-time employee, and I run a podcast, and I've got all these other things going on. I think when we were both single, we had more time to kind of catch up, and I don't want to say nurture our friendship, because our friendship is pretty solid, but we had more FaceTime, and not the app on the iPhone, but we spent more time together, and now a lot of our time is phone calls and texts and things like that.
Well, you've changed jobs in that time period as well since we've been friends.
That is true. My old job, John had a direct line to my work phone, and we spent.
Either she hasn't given me that new number,
he doesn't have that new number. The culture is different,
exist.
and I'm very invested in my job. So yeah, we don't talk as much, and it's harder for us now with his responsibilities, with his current situation, for us to plan a time to get together. But we had dinner together on Wednesday night at this pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was a cool experience.
Yeah.
We went to a restaurant in Worcester called Lock 50, and the food was good, but it was more about the experience.
Yes.
I think.
Yes, the food was good. I'm not going to put it down at all. It was very, very good. The experience, though, being outside in those igloo type huts with the changing lights, and how the lights bounced off the igloo and changed colors inside, that was very neat.
Yeah, and there was a little space heater in there, so we weren't cold. It
wasn't bad. I don't know if you could handle that like in the middle of January or February. But
yeah, it wasn't too cold that day. But I know for me it's restorative to spend some time with my best friend and catch up, and I appreciate it.
I had a great time. We need to do that again.
We do. All right. Is there anything else you want to add? Any advice to the men out there about you time / hobbies?
Well, boys, I know we all like our guy time, and that's great, but just make sure you include the love of your life in that, and make time for her. She will be much appreciative of that. But you still can do everything that you want to do. You just need to prioritize.
That sounds very good. And that was a very sweet thing to say about your lady. She is very sweet. All right, so I guess this will wrap up this segment of You Time. I hope you like my little jingle that I have put at the front of at the beginning of this podcast. I was very proud of myself that I was able to figure that out. And don't forget to email me topics for You Time at youtime2019@gmail.com, or follow me, Synne at Twitter and Instagram. I can't wait to hear from you. Have a great day.
Have a great day. I'm glad to be here. I hope you will invite me back again. This was fun.
I think I will invite you back again.
Till next time.